Silence the world. Leave the past behind. Walk forward. Because truth doesn't whisper, it cuts. Every second spent absorbing noise, every memory you replay like a broken record, you betray the future version of you. You don't need another speech. You don't need someone to pat you on the back. What you need is silence, precision, command. This isn't the pretty version of Stoicism sold on coffee mugs and Instagram quotes. This is the raw kind, the kind that breaks chains you didn't know were there. You weren't born to drift. You were born to lead yourself before anyone else. But you're losing the battle, not against others, but against your own attention span, your emotions, your ghosts. The Stoics warned us before the noise ever got this loud. Marcus Aurelius laid it bare. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. But we gave our minds away. One glance, one text, one bitter comment, one replayed memory. They drag us away like waves pulling at a weakened shoreline. And over time, we stop living. We just respond. But that's not who you were built to be. You were made to walk into fire, eyes open, spine straight. So here's the question. Who are you when everything is silent? Who are you when you remove the applause, the criticism, the trauma, the doubt? What's left when the world stops speaking and only your soul remains? Until you face that, really face it, you'll always be distracted, always pulled, always reacting to people who wouldn't even notice if you disappeared. That's the real sickness of today. We live in an echo chamber of lies. Everyone screaming, few thinking. You want stillness? You want peace? Then stop waiting for the world to get quiet. You make it quiet. You carve your path like it's the only one left and you start walking. Not when you feel motivated, not when it's easy. Now, because Stoicism doesn't wait on feelings, it waits on action. Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish. Because those chasing validation, they're not on a journey, they're in a loop. But you're not here for approval. You're here to find that part of yourself that doesn't beg, doesn't break, doesn't flinch. That part is real. It's under the dust of who the world told you to be. That version of you rises early when no one's watching, holds back when the world lashes out, knows what matters even when chaos is clawing at the door. Stoicism trains that part of you, but it's a brutal training ground because it asks for everything temporary: revenge, validation, comfort, cheap pleasure. Revenge feels good for a moment. So does attention. So does being right. So does mindless scrolling while your potential bleeds out behind your eyes. But you're not built for what feels good. You're built for what builds strength. The Stoic isn't loud. They master the art of being unseen. They don't argue, they outgrow. They don't chase applause. Their silence becomes the loudest statement. Marcus Aurelius walked among emperors and still whispered to himself, "Do not fear death, fear never living." And be honest, did you live today? Not exist? Not fill time? Did you live with presence, strength, intention? Most don't. Most respond to everything around them. And when you live like that, you're not alive. You're echoing. If you want your voice back, cut the noise. Because if you don't, you'll forget what your voice even sounds like. You'll measure your value in views, your strength in followers, your peace in 30-second dopamine hits. That's not mastery. That's enslavement. And it doesn't always look like pain. Sometimes it looks like comfort. That's the danger. Seneca warned us, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. And the noise feeds your imagination with chaos. makes you believe you're broken when really you're just overstimulated. When was the last time you sat alone with no phone, no noise, just your breath and the thoughts you're scared to hear? That's where the war begins, because silence doesn't soothe, it reveals. And what it reveals is what needs healing: your fears, your regrets, your past. That's the battlefield, and that's where clarity is earned. As the ancient Chinese sage Lao Tzu said, "He who conquers others is strong, but he who conquers himself is mighty." The war is never out there. It has always been within. And mastery begins the moment you stop fighting the world and start mastering your own nature. Stoicism doesn't offer comfort. It offers one promise: self-control, not over the world, over you, the only thing you'll ever truly own. When someone wrongs you, you pause, you don't strike. When shame creeps in, you breathe, you don't surrender. When distraction begs for your time, you stay still. That's the Stoic path. It isn't cold, it isn't numb, it's powerful. It means standing in the storm and not becoming it. It means feeling the pain without letting it own you, seeing the fire but choosing not to burn. And that pain, it's real: betrayal, loss, regret. You don't need to erase it, you need to use it. Seneca said it best: difficulties strengthen the mind like labor strengthens the body. Pain can be your teacher or your prison. It can sharpen you or drown you. The difference isn't in the pain, it's in the mindset. You don't forget your past. You just stop letting it take the wheel. Let it sit in the back. Let it whisper. But don't give it control. That's your job now. The world won't stop screaming, but you can stop listening. And when you do, that's when you reclaim power. You want peace? Build a mind no one can invade, where thoughts are questioned, where wounds become wisdom, where emotion comes and then it goes, transformed. Strength doesn't scream, it endures. Power doesn't react, it stands. Cut the noise, cut the past. Stay on your path. It won't earn you applause. It won't make headlines, but it will bring you back to the only thing that truly matters: yourself. This was Aurelius Insights, where stillness is power and discipline is freedom. If this message struck a chord, like the video, subscribe for more timeless wisdom. And don't forget to ring the bell, because clarity isn't a moment, it's a lifestyle.